It's Wednesday night, and the beards are back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am your main man Mayhem. And with me, as always, or usually, or whenever he can get around to it, is the main man Big Smooth. Smooth, how are you doing this week?
How we doing? A little change, right? We're coming up on a Wednesday. Obviously we want to watch that game, kinda.
I did say that I did kind of pose the idea to Monty, and who couldn't be with us tonight because he is breaking down. I believe they're doing punters and kickers this week on He's a Giant. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's punters and kickers week because special teams is very important. Everybody wants to talk about special teams. You live and die by special teams. So that's why Monty can't be here. He is grinding through kicker and punter film as we speak. So
that sounds. His show is awesome, but that sounds like an awful way to spend a Wednesday night, in my opinion.
I would rather have Michael J. Fox dry shave my balls. Anyway, anyway. So yeah, I had talked to Monty about live streaming tomorrow during the game, and he has reservations. Let's say I'm sure we all have our own unique game day rituals. I still might. I might live stream during halftime to break things up, and then see if I want to stay on. Who knows? You'll have to tune in tomorrow. Anyway, tonight we're going to talk about a couple of things because we had another historic Giants game this past weekend. And it was the good kind of history. We came back from down 20 at halftime and won 31-28. I don't know about you, Smooth, but I was a little upset by halftime. And I was at work through most of the first half of the game. I was trying to maintain my composure and my professionalism, and failed miserably at both. And by the time I got home, it was halfway through the third quarter, and it was 28-7, and I'm like, oh, here we go, man. I'm gonna have to listen to people talk about drafting quarterbacks for the next
7 months.
8-9 months or something like that. And then they are off to the races, man. They are off to the races. Our boy Jalen Hyatt out there looking dynamite.
Yep.
What was your opinion on that?
I was I actually talked to Hefe about this. I was in full apathetic mode. Which I haven't felt in a while. I felt like that 2 seasons ago when we were towards the end of the Joe Judge era, or I would watch the game, wear all my Giants gear, and then watch for a quarter and take all of it off. Just be like, why am I said it on the first night. Like, why do we care about this team so much? It looked like they were still sleepwalking. I was tweeting during the game. When it was, we lost 40-something to nothing, 54-0, ended up being 60-0. So I was definitely not enamored with the way we played. However, I was talking to a friend of mine who I'd love to have on the podcast at one point, who's also a really great comedian, say to him, we're going to win this game. And that's what's so annoying about how they're playing is that they're eventually going to figure it out and they're going to have enough time. And so, some of the keys to the game that I live or did a quick recording for you guys last time were trying to stop James Conner. We kind of did that in the second half. We did not do that in the first half. Yeah. Control our boy Josh Dobbs, which we didn't do, but we eventually started to do. One deep ball to Jalen Hyatt. Thank you very much. Called that one. And just play through Saquon. I was wrong about the playing through Saquon because Daniel Jones is what got us going. Ryan Clark even said that on SportsCenter. I didn't think to hear that from him, who's been so kind of shitting on Daniel Jones and he is who he is and all that stuff. He was just he's the one who got Saquon going. So it was an interesting juxtaposition that I was more encouraged by the way Daniel Jones played this week than I ever have been. Because as you know, I've not always been on the DJ train.
Yeah,
I've definitely jumped on late, and it has nothing to do with bandwagoning. It's just had to see it. I'm a big believer of trust but verify. So
yeah,
it's just So that was 100% my reaction throughout the whole thing. Like, and then they started to pull it together, and I got obviously more excited. But man, it was tough. It's tough to put your heart on your sleeve with this team lately. You just can't do it because you get crushed.
I mean, and that's just kind of the way it is. I mean, we're always going to be like that. That's weird. That didn't pop up for me. Did that pop up for you? Did you do that?
Yeah, right. I got it.
So Brooklyn, if you had, since you showed up late, but you showed up, Monty is, as I said, currently breaking down film on punters and kickers for his show. He's a Giant. So, because of how important special teams are. So that's where Monty is tonight. He's watching film on Old Dominion's punter because they aren't good and they punt a lot. So, I mean, because come on. I mean, we're not going to keep Jamie Gillan forever. We're going to need another punter eventually.
I don't know. That head of hair is going to keep him around for a while.
I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, like you were saying, like with the way this team is and the way we are with this team, we're always going to be like that. I mean, most fan bases are. We're the ones who kind of get to do that. I mean, Bears fans are the same way. Steelers fans are the same way. And if you look at any of the really kind of like historic teams in the league, they raise their kids on this. It's just one of those things that we are constantly on these super high highs or these super low lows, and it's like the emotional roller coaster that we allow this football team to put us on. We let them do this. We give them all of this energy, and they're just like, I'm playing a game, man. I get paid to play a game.
Yeah, no, I agree.
See? I think I was right. Thank you.
They do kind of. They do kind of, Monty.
Pat McAfee will tell you that punters matter.
For the brand.
For the brand.
If you can find us a Pat McAfee to draft, I'm in. I'm done with that.
Yeah, totally.
Because he had I want that personality, and he had quite the boot. So I'm down with that.
Totally.
I don't know, man. Like here's the thing with this team. It's just I think it's still a work in progress. And I said it after we lost to Dallas, I feel like we fooled ourselves. You know what I mean? Like with how good this team is. We'll see. I think there's the second half against Arizona, if we played like that against everybody, will be tough to beat. But that's tough to replicate against a much better team like San Francisco. So let's segue into San Francisco.
So as we transition from Arizona to I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments and I really shouldn't.
I know. No, go ahead, please.
God forbid we do a show without Monty. Anyway.
Yep, we're chopped liver.
Yeah,
our viewership drops in half.
I'm sick, by the way. I either have a cold or seasonal allergies are kicking my ass. Yet I am here while apparently Monty is the face of the franchise.
He is. I mean, he's cute. He's so cute.
I mean, he's cute like a little furry button. Anyway, so here's the thing, man. That kind of bugs me is that everybody says, well, Arizona's not good. Arizona's tanking. Arizona's this. Arizona's that. My thing is this. All right, we already know, from the past, other people saying other teams are tanking. Players don't tank. Coaches don't tank. Front offices might tell you one thing or another, but those guys are going to go out there and they're going to play. I mean, Josh Dobbs is a rocket scientist. He's a smart guy. He can read defenses. He can throw the ball so that it goes further down the field. I understand that he is not a career starting quarterback, but here's the thing. He can still get the job done. You know, we're not out there. I mean, and their line is like you hear all the excuses. You know, it's they're not good at this, they're not good at that, they're trying to tank, blah blah blah. The Giants only beat Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and now they have to go face San Francisco, who is like this ultra, dominant team. My problem is this, or not Monty, Mason brought up something great this afternoon. 1998, the Giants roll into Denver. Denver is undefeated, 13-0 at this point in time. They are clearly head and shoulders above everybody else. And we roll in there and we win that game. So who's to say? Yes, we're banged up. Yes, it's a short week. Yes, we've got all sorts of other issues going on. But who says we can't roll in to San Fran and sneak out a win? I don't know about you, man, but everybody's already picking us to lose, and I'm fine with that. I'm always way like when that talking heads on TV start picking us to win, I get real worried because then there's expectations. Nobody in their right mind is giving the Giants a shot to win this week. That's why I'm picking the. Yes, that's what I mean. I mean that.
Okay. Yeah, this illustrates your point.
Right. It's exactly.
If you're listening, if you're not watching and you're listening, this is everybody. Daniel Jeremiah.
This is the NFL Network's picks.
Yep. Every single person. It's rare you see that. There's always usually one person that's willing to go out on a limb and
not always. I mean, there are times. There are times when they just roll through and they're just like, nope. So, I mean, and that's their job. Their job is to like go, oh well, there's all of these reasons why the New York Giants can't go into San Francisco and win a game. Well, last time I checked, San Francisco played on Sunday too. They are also on a short week.
Yeah,
they're not.
Listen,
they might not be as banged up as we are, but we don't know what Brandon Ayuk is doing right now. He hurt his shoulder in that game and didn't play for a big chunk of it. Who knows, man? He may not be out there.
Yeah, even if he is, though, I mean, if he's slowed up, like I think everyone always kind of looks at us and is like, okay, well, Darren Waller was slowed up and he's looked this way. It's like, well, that happens to every team. I know over the years we've been really banged up and we've had. I wrote a song about it last year about how bad how many injuries we get. But my biggest thing is if you're going to play a team where you're a massive underdog, it is literally the best time to do it is when it's a short week for each, because all those games typically are bad games, no matter what the competition is. They get mucked up. It's like it's the perfect time to pull an upset. Or, I mean, we have someone in the comments saying they're going to take the San Francisco -10. I don't know. I would be staying away from that. If I'm in a survivor pool, I'd probably pick San Francisco just because they're the better team. But if I have to lay points down, I'm not doing it because it's a Thursday game, short rest. Guys potentially could miss assignments based off of the fact that they're not getting the same preparation. It's just there's all kinds of variables when you have this quick a turnaround. So it reminds me of when you see upsets in the NCAA tournament. They typically happen because there's only one day to prepare, right? So the underdog always has a better chance in that scenario. The longer you have to prepare, the less time that the team that's the underdog typically has a chance. That's why you rarely see underdogs win the NBA championship or series, because over time, the better team always wins. So like, that's my thing. The NFL is a totally different animal. The Giants definitely have a chance. I think we really did find out that Daboll was calling plays. So just shout out Justin Pennick, who got a lot of love on Evan and Tiki today, whether it was yesterday or today, but they tweeted him a lot about how he kind of did a John Boy-esque. I know that they're sponsored by him or they work for John Boy, but I sent Justin a message and was just like, hey, I want to hit you up before you get big, like I did for John Boy before he was a big star when I saw his breakdown. So I think Dayball, with they kind of are figuring out what they want to do with Jalen Hyatt. Did you see our boy? Did you see the I think it was Bobby Skinner giving Talking Giants all kind of love. Did you see the percentages for when Jalen Hyatt is on the field?
I did.
Versus not.
Yeah.
Like Daniel Jones's passer rating, his ability to find open people. Dan Orlovsky did a breakdown of what they do with Darren Waller, and it's just it's a different animal. His speed is a game changer.
Yeah, and Rich,
look at this.
So, yeah.
We both wanted to put it up there. We were all excited.
Seriously.
All excited.
Right. And here's the thing too, is a lot of everybody likes to say is a lot of times the 49ers only rush 4. They only rush that front 4. So right. I mean, if you can hold up long enough for a play, like for plays to develop, and let's face it, there's a pretty good chance Andrew Thomas isn't playing. And
he's already out.
Oh, did they already announce that? See, I've been at work, so I didn't see that. But hey, man, so more than likely Josh Ezeudu is going to get the start at left tackle, and he looked like he held up pretty well last week. I mean, aside from Ben Bredeson's concussion, and Glowinski went in and played left guard, the line held up pretty well. And granted, the Cardinals don't have the same, names on that front 4 that San Francisco does, but I mean, the guys that we're putting out there, if they can hold up enough for DJ to be able to push the ball down the field a little bit, we've got a shot, man.
Definitely.
I mean, we've got a shot.
Definitely do. You always have a puncher's chance, and all it takes is a couple fluky things. Yeah, Mason's got Andrew Thomas, Saquon, Bredesen, and Azeez are out. That's the official list.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that Azeez is out. I'd be more surprised to see if Azeez was actually playing. And that's kind of a bummer.
While we're talking about who's out, whether we have a chance or not, if anyone follows our podcast at all, our video show here, we literally, when I'm on and I have time to do it, I always give a video representation of what I want, what we expect, and they're always typically very funny. So, or at least I think it's funny. So don't drink right now because you may spit up on your computer or YouTube app or whatever you're doing. This is what I want and hope that the Giants have from an offensive line, whether maybe they bring back Justin Pugh or their guys can kind of take care of business against San Francisco.
I did catch that Justin Pugh is working out for the team.
I want this type of personal protection for Daniel Jones. She said, She said, you're not touching Daniel Jones. You're not doing it.
No.
This is more likely what we'll see from our offensive line. He had some issues.
Big surprise.
He might have
fat guys falling down.
Issues there. He's not. This guy's not fat. Look at him. That's a normal sized man.
You're right. No. Yeah, he definitely had something going on.
That is a normal sized man.
You're right. That is a normal sized man.
All I have to say is this reminded me of Justin Pennick. He's going to get 2 shout-outs today. But I said this is what we will look like if the Giants win. Hopefully you guys don't hurt yourselves. But if they win, some of y'all might end up doing this. Oh, we screwed it up. Hold on. Let's do that over. Here we go. Let's go. Oh.
Oh, shout out to that window. Again. Shout out to the window cleaner.
Watch this again and watch the dude put his hands up, surrender Cobra after he sees homeboy hit himself as hard as he can. It's the best. That's the best part of the video for me. Let's watch it again. He's all fired up. He's ready to roll. And then watch this dude come in. Oh.
Oh.
Ooh. Someone see if me by the third quarter. Yes, Rich. That's what I don't want to see. And I just kicked Sarge out. Oh, hey, we're back. that's I've always wanted a podcast to be to have all these funny elements. So when I'm on, if I have time, I try to add some stuff to it. But that's what I want to see. I want us to protect Daniel Jones, not fall over every time. I saw Glowinski, basically do Olay 1,000 times against Dallas. He's going to face that type of defense with San Francisco. So we really need to make sure we're taking care of that. That is what I have for you guys.
I mean, it's super important. I mean, God only knows. We're not X's and O's guys. That's Monty, and he's, like I said, watching.
He's out there punting. He's out there punting.
I mean, so, yeah, I mean, but that's the thing is everybody's counting us down already, and who knows? Like, we've got a chance, maybe.
This is what Sarge is doing. The Giants make me drink too. Where is it? Hey, yay! I saw this on Twitter, and I was just kind of would
make
love
that a
to.
T-shirt.
Would love to make this a T-shirt for us. We'll have to ask Monty if he was here.
I think
he's not.
I think somebody already has that as their T-shirt. So
that's okay. We can duplicate it. We'll do the different font. We'll mess around with it a little bit. For me, I want us to stop the biggest person we need to stop in this defense. And I know they have a ton of guys. Is this fool? I just can't. Because that's if he's doing this against us, it's likely that we're giving up.
We're doing something right. Well, no, that's a confused face.
I don't know. I'm kind of looking like that's like Jordan. That's like Jordan hitting 6 3-pointers. Like, oh, I have 6 sacks. So weird. Like, you know what I mean?
No. I think that looks. See, that to me looks more like I don't know what he's doing out here. I don't. That's a. I just took a roughing the passer penalty. What? I only hit him in the head.
Yeah. No, it could be. Well, do you want to do some picks, Sarge?
He's gonna be out there thinking Daniel Jones is in blackface. Anyway, what?
You're silly.
I try. Listen. What is?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Okay, Mason. That's a larger conversation.
Mason, you have mushrooms?
Anyway. I mean, I know a guy who knows a guy, but
I mean, you're in Colorado. You can find anything.
You ain't lying. You ain't wrong. All right. Picks. Yes. All right. So last week, and I just posted this before we went on. I don't know, Smooth. I think bringing Mal in to do picks with us was probably the best idea ever, because Mal tied for first place again.
Yep.
So Mal and I both went 11-5. Monty 10-6, and you were bringing up the rear at 9-7.
I was first last week.
Yeah, but that was last week. And much like Monty, who scored the most fantasy points last week, decided he wanted to again have a historic week and scored the least amount of fantasy points this week. So,
my wife was very pleased.
Yeah, through 2 weeks. Yeah, Monty left 60 points on the bench. Good job, buddy. I mean, you watch all these college players. How are you sitting Puka Nacua? I don't understand it. I do not understand it.
Because he's watching punters and kickers. He was just like, punters really good.
Yeah, well, special teams. Yeah. We learned we watched it, we learned from it, and we moved on. Is what we did. So through 2 weeks.
Real cool.
Yeah, Mal is in front at 21-11. I am in second at 20-12. You are in third place at 19-13, and Monty is last 17 and 15. Anyway, so picks for this week. So Mal has picked, and I'm going to read them off because I got them all already. 49ers, Broncos, Falcons, Packers, Dolphins, Chargers, Pats, Bills, Jags, Ravens, Seahawks, Chiefs, Dallas, Steelers, Bucks, Rams. Monty is going 49ers, Titans, Lions, Packers, Dolphins, Chargers, Pats, Bills, Jags, Ravens, Seahawks, Chiefs, Dallas, Steelers, Eagles, Bengals. I'm going, and I'm going to save my Giants pick for last, although I already said it. Browns, Lions, Packers, Dolphins, Vikings, Pats, Bills, Jags, Ravens, Seahawks, Chiefs, Dallas, Steelers, Eagles, Bengals, and the Giants. The Giants are going to be the 49ers. All right, Smooth.
Wow.
Hit me with your picks and slow so I can write them down. Or
Oh, Jesus.
do you have the schedule up? Because I have it right here.
Yeah, I got it up.
Okay. Cool. Do you have the ESPN one? Because that's the one I'm using.
Yeah, it's taking like 100 minutes to load here, but that's okay.
All right. Cool.
We got it. We'll get it. All right, here we go.
Okay.
I will go. I'll go right down the order. I'm gonna pick the Giants just because I'm a homer, and I also want to pick against. I also want to pick against Mal. And I think you picked the Giants too, right? Right, Sarge?
I did.
Okay. So I think we're close in the standings too. So I'm going to go Giants. Then I'm going to go Tennessee. I'm going to go Detroit. I'm going New Orleans. I'm going Miami. Minnesota. I'm going the Jets, Jets. I just feel like I want to throw up my mouth saying that. Then I'm going to go Buffalo, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Seattle, Kansas City, Dallas, and Pittsburgh. And then the Monday night doubleheader, I will go Tampa Bay in an upset, and Cincinnati rights the ship against Los Angeles.
All right, cool. All right, and then I will get those up on the Big Blue Beards page once we're done here. Shout out to friend of the show, Tommy. Tommy, I don't know if you were here for this, but I got that.
I love it. Absolutely.
That's still creepy as hell.
I think it's hysterical. I love it. I love that we have that on loop because Tommy's the best.
All right. Okay. So we talked about San Fran. We talked about Arizona. We did picks. And now, not that one. That one. Smooth. Smooth's got a little game for everybody. Now,
yeah, I mean, I want, if anybody is in the chat right now, or if you're just listening or whatever, if you want to jump on, you don't have to be on camera. You don't. You can turn your camera off if you're sitting there in your underwear, drinking beer, drinking a whiskey. Don't worry about it. We just need it to be live because I don't want to give away the Kayvon jersey, which I have right here. Okay. Literally never been worn.
All right. So Smooth, important note here. What size is the jersey?
It's a large. Okay. So it is a large. So if that's too small for you, Nike large, you can always sell it, or you could give it to a friend, or you could just hang it up on your wall. I don't know, do whatever you want with it. It's free, guys. It's just like when you put a really nice couch on your yard, and people are like, "Hey, can I get some pictures of that?" No, you can't. You can come get it. It's free. So if you can answer a really tough question for trivia, you get it. If you don't, then we go into next week and maybe we ask another question. So I prepared 3 questions in case we had multiple people that wanted to jump on and they couldn't get it right. You don't have to answer all 3. All you have to do is get one right. So does anybody in the chat want to step forward and take a shot at this?
I want dings or thumbs up in the chat. I want to see either the word ding, like you're buzzing in, or thumbs up in the chat right now. If I can see a ding or a thumbs up, come on, guys. This is a free Kayvon Thibodeaux. This is one of the legacy jerseys. Smooth, bring the jersey back out. It's not the color rush. These are the legacy jerseys.
That's right.
These are the legacy jerseys. I swear to God.
It's this.
It's right this. Here. It's the Kayvon Thibodeaux. It's a brand new, never been worn. And we're just going to give you. Hell, Smooth is even going to pay to ship it to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mason just gave us an eggplant.
Mason gave us an eggplant. Okay, great. I think that counts.
This isn't Tinder, bro.
This isn't Tinder. I don't know what's going. He's on mushrooms right now. Who knows? Okay. So.
All right.
Smooth, can you send Mason an invite? I don't know if I can do that.
I sent it to his text.
Okay, cool. Come on, Mason.
Mason, come on. I got some good ones for you.
And there are no salary cap questions.
No salary
cap questions. There are math questions, but there are no salary cap questions.
I may not ask that question to Mason because he's the math guy. I want to make it tough. Come on, Mason. Get your ass on here.
We said you don't have to be on camera if you don't want to, but we do need to hear you.
All right, let me pull. Get my.
There he is. Boom.
What's up, man?
What's up? What's going on, man?
Mason, how are we doing?
How are you, Pedro? Hola, ¿cómo está?
I'm good. And Maddie's here again.
And Maddie's
here. Yes, Maddie. She can be your lifeline.
What's up,
guys? We're good.
Maddie is your phone a friend.
Okay.
All right.
So, let me pull up my. I'm going to give you an option. Okay.
So hold on. You guys didn't hear about that Bills. You guys didn't hear about the Bills fan that was found like naked in a fucking hole?
No.
Dude, this was like all over like football news. Like, how could you like not hear that shit, dude?
I heard about the Patriots. I heard about the Patriots fan who got got beat to death or whatever.
No, there was a Bills fan that was found like naked in a hole, covered in shit, like flipping off the cops, like he was like high on drugs or something.
Are you sure it wasn't Rich? He's in the chat.
I actually thought it was Charlie, but you know.
Charlie.
No, Charlie showed up on New York Revival yesterday, and I was surprised that he looked like Colonel Sanders.
Dude, I was surprised Charlie knew how to use a freaking webcam.
I mean, honestly, I'm a little surprised. The face doesn't match the voice.
Oh, no, I knew he looked like that.
I didn't know he looked.
I mean, you can.
But then again, I have a tendency to stay out of spaces because I can't have all that animosity in my life. I have enough animosity in my life.
You just gotta get Charlie's game. I mean, Charlie's game is just to rile people up. That's it.
Oh no, I know that game. I deal with it every day. I don't need it if I don't voluntarily.
Extra riling up when you don't want it voluntarily is not the best.
I don't need it.
All right, Mason, as you're pouring a drink, this is a great segment. Okay, so there are 3 questions. I'm only going to give you one. You have one shot at this. Okay, what you got? 90-minute Imperial IPA. I love it.
Oh, very nice. Dogfish head. Very nice.
So, real quick, let me just throw this up there. This segment is brought to you by Shank It Golf. Promo code Golf Shit. Get 15% off. This trivia question, you can have 2 errors. You can go, and it's based off of a Giants game against the 49ers. Okay? So get your mind in that realm. We can go 1990 or we can go 2011. Which do you prefer?
1990.
Okay. Ooh, which one do you should I do the I have to because I promoted I'm going to do the kicker one.
Good one. Do the kicker one.
Yeah, I'm doing the kicker one because
kickers, because special teams is the theme of the night.
That's right. I also, just to give Lawrence Tynes a shout out, I DM'd him this, and he was like, "That's a great fucking question." So
did you invite him on the show?
I did, but Lawrence is busy. I just said, "Listen, do your thing. We can have Lawrence on."
It doesn't have to be tonight. I mean, we can just do it.
Oh yeah,
night.
Listen, Lawrence,
it's
you are open invitation. To
open invitation. The door is open, Lawrence.
All right, dude. My ADD is kicking in really hard here.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Well, listen,
give me the question.
You were the one who came and gave us on a tangent about fucking Bills fans being covered in shit in a hole. So slow your roll. All right.
I mean, you guys didn't even understand the reference. I was like, bro, like this was all over Twitter.
All right, Mason.
I have a job, man.
Yeah,
I can't be on Twitter all day.
Here is the question. Everyone, be quiet. In 1990, Matt Barr hit 5 field goals, including the game winner to send the Giants to Super Bowl 25 in Tampa Bay. Within 5 yards, what was the combined yardage of those 5 field goals? I wish you had music to kind of play in the background.
132. No, hold on.
Way off my. Oh, no. What do you mean?
Hold on. Yeah, 130. Wait, no. Hold on. 157. Sorry.
No. I want to check. Hold on, time out. I want to check my math because I don't want to fuck this up. Because if he's close or if he's right,
well, the funny thing is I gave you almost that same answer, and you're like, nope.
Well, I don't. Because Sarge, I don't really like you that much. We just do a show together.
All right, cool.
I'm kidding. I like you a lot. So we're double checking this because I don't want to say it, and then you guys go back and be like, "You're stupid. You can't do math."
So we're talking about the NFC Championship game, right?
Yes. Give me one more second. I apologize. We're only doing a live show, right?
I mean, yeah. Nobody likes. I mean, there's nothing that brings viewers in more than math.
What the fuck?
Live math.
It is 196 yards.
I didn't think it was that high.
Oh, see, I wouldn't have given the answer. I just told him he's wrong.
No, because we're not going to do this question again. If someone wants to come on and do it
again. We're not going to. Oh, that's right, because we've got more questions.
Because someone can look it up. Now, if you're looking it up, all 196 yards, 20. These are in a row: 28 yards, 42 yards, 46 yards, 38 yards, and the game winner was a 42-yard field goal. So I just double checked my math. It is 196. I used the calculator. I apologize.
Yeah, no, you're good. I thought they'd been shorter.
Yeah, I did too, honestly, because I remember that game and I thought they got stalled in the red zone every single time.
I never got to.
But I double checked.
I was living in Switzerland at the time, and I didn't get to see this game. I only got to read about it. I only got to read about it because it was played. I think this was a Sunday night game too. It was played like I heard the score. I got the score in back then it was Radio Luxembourg. You could get the games on in Switzerland back then. And I was at school, and we didn't get the result of the game, like in writing the actual story breakdown of the game, until the Tuesday, because it took that long to get into the paper over there, right? I didn't get to read about the full game until then, but I already knew the result on the Monday, which kind of sucked because the radio was going in and out, and I actually listened to Super Bowl 25 on my mom's roof, listening to the fucking radio in the snow. So
in Switzerland
later. Yes, in
that's
Switzerland.
An amazing story. But Mason, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. I mean, I love Mason to death, but he would talk all goddamn night about Switzerland. All right, Tommy, Rich, do you guys want in? We got more questions. And if nobody else wants in, then we're going to hold this over till next week.
Next week? Yep. We could do.
One of these days. I mean, honestly, at this point, if we go 2.5 weeks or 2 or 3 weeks without giving away this jersey, Smooth is just going to send it to me.
Yeah, I will.
I'm not going to be able to fit in it, but I will hang it up over my action figures. I'll hang it up over here over the action figures. So during the show.
I mean. Yeah,
I mean, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for my Otis Anderson jersey. Rush. Anyway. Anyway.
Listen, I also feel like, what the fuck is this?
No. Sorry, Mason.
No.
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 You can try again next week. You can try again next week.
Sorry, man. Come on, Tommy. Come on in. Richard, I'll send you a link, man. Let's get one more person. We'll give it a couple more minutes. If not, we'll move it to next week. I kind of like maybe one person a week because those are tough questions.
Oh, I love you, Mason. But
all right, man.
We have to move the show along. We have to keep it moving. We can talk about Switzerland in the off season. I'm all for that.
Absolutely. That cracks me up. Honestly, Sarge, that was beautiful because I was like, "How are we gonna be nice? How are we gonna be nice to Mason? And how are we gonna
be polite to Mason, friend of the show, our salary cap expert, who we'll have on? Who, like, if we need a third or another guest at a moment's notice, we just go, "Hey, Mason, what are you doing? I'm in. Cool.
I got you.
We love you so much, Mason. We love you so much." But we need to keep the show moving.
Hey, honestly, if anyone's like truly afraid to be on camera, then just come on and shut your camera off. I don't care.
Tommy, I know Tommy's on camera all the time. Tommy's on camera all the time.
But so. I feel like Rich might not want to jump on here. He said, "Keep going. I'm hammered this week." Dude, that's the best. Come on, Rich. You got to come on.
Come on.
I mean, we'll give you multiple choice. I don't give a shit. Come on, Rich. Come on the show.
All right, we'll give you that. Well, yeah, we'll do question 2, and we'll give them multiple choice.
I'll do question 2, and I'll give you multiple choice.
I'm gonna remember this.
I'm gonna remember this. Rich, I'm sending you the link to your inbox. Get your ass on the show. That is too funny. If we can get Rich on this show hammered, I'll be so pumped.
That'll make my day. Come on, Rich, make my day. Honestly, I had a crappy day at work. We're not going to talk about it. But come on, and we'll have you on.
He said, "Oh, I just sent it to him." He said, "No, sir. How dare you?"
Oh.
Look at what you just did to us.
Oh man,
sad faces.
Do I have a sad? I think I have a sad face in here. I have a sad face. Hold on. I have a sad face. Sad face.
No comment.
We're not going to talk about it. We are not going to talk about it.
Nope. This was a positive show. Let's keep it positive.
So, we're about 45 minutes in.
You want in? Who's CP New York Giants?
CP, get him in. Get him in. If Richard's not going to do it, then get him in.
I'm literally putting it in the chat. Whoever wants to come in, come in.
Yeah, drop it in the chat. Mason, we're not letting you back in.
Mason, if you come in, you're banned from the show.
Yeah, we're not letting you in. You're going to sit backstage. Unless you can get me the phone number for the Swedish bikini team. And only the old guys in the chat remember what that is.
Yes, I do.
Yep.
We'll give it a minute. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What's up, dude?
What up, fellas?
What's going on?
Love it.
Good, man. Good.
Man, I need me a KT jersey. I got a KT jersey already, but I need that
That's
throwback.
Okay. All right, here we go.
All right.
Thanks for jumping on. I will put this question up, but I'm going to make it audible as well. So I will just give me a second. Let me go to the banners. Okay. So this is a real easy, simple question. There's no math involved. This is from the 2011 NFC title game. Okay. Who was the Giants' leading receiver after Victor Cruz? Everyone remembers 10 catches, 142 yards. Who was the next leading receiver, the second leading receiver in total catches for the New York Football Giants in the 2011 NFC title game?
Jeez.
Now, Smooth, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the Eli turf in the helmet. In Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
20-17. Our boy Lawrence
Yep.
Tynes kicking the game-winning field goal. Let me ask our man CP here. How old were you in 2011? That's the next question.
I was 12 years old.
I love it.
Yeah.
We won't say how old we were. That's okay.
I don't want to go an obvious route here because I feel like it's not an obvious answer.
Well, we gave Mason. Did we give Mason 2 answers?
Yeah, but that was like him adding up in his brain. This is
that was a lot of
the
math.
team.
That was a lot of math. You're right. Never mind.
All right, man. I need an answer.
I don't want to say Manningham, but I'll go Manningham.
You are incorrect.
Incorrect.
And it was not an obvious answer. It was my favorite running back ever, Ahmad Bradshaw. Had 6 catches for 52 yards. The one discrepancy, I maybe would have given it to you if you said Hakeem Nicks because he had 5 catches, but he had more total yards. And they were close.
I was like, it's either Nicks or Manningham at the top of my choices. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to go Manningham. But no, I appreciate it, fellas. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thanks for playing.
Man. Thanks for jumping in
more often.
Definitely. See y'all later.
Awesome. Oh, man.
Got
one more. Are we going to move it to next week, or we have another Brave Soul? I told you these weren't going to be easy. This shit is free. I will pay for the shipping.
Come on, Rich. Let's go.
Rich, this is right up your alley. 1990. Come on, brother. Rich is not. No, I don't think so.
I thought Manningham. So Mason, you'd have been wrong twice.
You'd have been wrong too. You would have got 2 answers wrong
twice.
Come on, Rich. It's in there. Anyway, my
Tommy,
boy CP, I appreciate you. Tommy,
still floating around? Tommy's still floating around, maybe?
No.
Anyway, no? I wish I had said Knicks.
Yeah, there's another 1990 question.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're going to wait till next week unless someone pops off before we end the show.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Real quick, Sarge. Real quick. If anybody, I'm not always going to have shit to give away. Although I do have a signed football that I would be consider giving away if we had some really tough questions, and we did some trivia again. We could start doing that. Maybe we can get some sponsors to kind of give us some shit to give away.
That'd be nice.
I love doing trivia. It is one of my favorite things to do, and especially sports and movie trivia. So if you guys are into that stuff, I will definitely make sure that we are playing it. Even if I don't get a chance to come on Thursday night when we normally do it because I'm taking care of my son or whatever, I'll record it and just have the guys play it. And then they'll know the answers, and then we'll go from there. So we'll definitely continue to do it going forward. Sarge.
Yeah. I mean, I just kind of because we're at about 48, 50 minutes. So I just kind of wanted to talk about real quick to bring it back to tomorrow night and to the 49ers. Now, last week, Smooth, you hit us with some really, really good keys to the game, keys to victory. And, I mean, it's fairly obvious the team watches the show now because they kind of did like 4 out of your 5. So what are some of your keys to victory for tomorrow? Because we did both pick the Giants, so we might as well talk about how we're going to win this game.
You know what, man? This is I'm going to sound real simplistic, but guess what? I think football, and especially in a short rest game, is won in turnovers and creating turnovers. They got to make Brock Purdy be the reason why they win the game. They got to be able to read their keys and try to read when they're going to do these short passes to Debo, when they're doing these trick plays. I feel like if you make Brock Purdy a drop back passer, then they have the playing field is leveled. If they can stop this run game, which they have not been able to most of the year, if that's something that they can do, then they have a real shot at this game. Because then we have options, right? We can run the ball. We can also use Daniel Jones and read option the way we did in the second half and in the first drive against Dallas. If we get behind the sticks, we have no shot because our offensive line is banged up. Also, they can't set things up the way they want to set things up with play action on first down. Deep shots you can't set up a deep shot to our boy Jalen Hyatt if you're getting crushed by Nick Bosa in 1.2 seconds. So they got to loosen some things up, make Brock Purdy be the reason that they beat you.
Like Mason grabbed mine right here is stop CMC. I mean,
Stop
he's been
the run.
averaging,
Yeah.
He's been averaging over 100 yards rushing the past 2 weeks. Actually, it's probably like, I think it's closer to like 120. It's some crazy amount of rushing yards. Yeah, because they're going to run CMC because they don't want Brock Purdy dropping back 45, 50 times a game to throw the ball. So, I mean, I think the important thing is the defense, like the most important part of this game is the defense has got to get their fucking head on straight. You know, these guys have got to play to their assignment. You know, they've got to be where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there, and they've got to tackle with urgency because I didn't see a whole lot of that. You know, there was a lot of like, you know, hitting guys and trying to knock them over or like pushing them out or whatever. They've got to wrap up and they've got to tackle these guys. You know, we need a big game out of this defense. And I'm going to keep saying it until it happens. I need a defensive score in this game. If not, 2. That's the only way we're going to win this is if the defense creates turnovers. They've got to wreak havoc. Brock Purdy is undefeated. He has not lost a game that he has started. You know, except for that Eagle game, but he was hurt, and so if he's played a game start to finish, and I think he's only had 6 or 7 starts in his professional career, he is undefeated.
Hasn't lost.
You know, they have to disrupt that offense. They have to be disrupted. And the way to do that is Wink's got to turn these guys loose. You know, everybody's talking about, well, they haven't had any sacks and they haven't created any turnovers. You know, I don't know what's going on and, you know, they're still blitzing at a very high rate, but it doesn't seem like it because they're not getting home. They need to
But they're also not. Sorry, I'm with you, man. But they're also not getting themselves in situations like 3rd and 7, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. They're not stopping the run on 1st and 2nd down, or even on 1st down.
Well, you know, they had a bunch of 3rd and longs against, you know, the Cardinals, and they just turned around and let them convert. That's right. You got to get Purdy off his spot. All of San Francisco's offense is based on timing. He needs to get that ball and get it out quick. Yeah,
without a doubt. No, I'm with you guys. I think again, I think this is the last year of Leonard Williams because I don't think he's really I think he's regressed in the last year and a half. But he could also have a monster game. He's that talented, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dexter Lawrence is always facing double teams.
And let's face it, man. Aside from left tackle, San Francisco's offensive line is good, but not great.
Yeah.
You know, they have a brand new guy at right tackle.
We didn't do shit.
Right. But that's why I'm saying they have to play with a sense of urgency.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
they have to tackle better.
The tackling has to get better without a doubt. I really want to see Isaiah Simmons out there more. I know he didn't play a lot, but I know he's getting used to the system. And I think it was Art Stapleton made a great point. They also, some of the coaching decisions, you know, I know we all love Daboll and we love, you know, Wink and all these guys, but like in multiple goal line sets against the Cardinals, Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams weren't on the field. Like, what are we doing?
I think it was 3 of their touchdowns. They were not on the field.
It's just, you know, like we can't have that happen. We can't have those lapses against a team like San Francisco, or else we're going to get completely fucking torched.
Get dog walked.
So that is, I think our keys are essentially the same. We're saying the same thing differently. We need to stop the run. Yep. We need to make Brock Purdy beat you. Look, Brock Purdy last week his stats were 17 of 25 for 206 yards, rushed 3 times for 5 yards, and had a touchdown. He's completing about 67% of his passes, has 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. The reason why he can play at that level where he's just a game manager is because the rest of the team is so good. They do a lot of these little bubble screens. He throws like 1 or 2 deep balls a game. He gets shots to George Kittle. Like he has weapons.
I mean,
like so, it's one. He's only averaging 215 yards a game.
Right.
So
and
he's not doing much.
Right. It's like I'm not like regurgitating stats as far as like what is his average depth of target and all this other stuff.
No.
We're just we want to see the defense. We want to see the defense play to the level that they played last year.
Yeah, guys, listen, we're better. We're football fans. We're football fans. Don't ever confuse. You'll never confuse this podcast or pretty much any of us, with the exception of maybe Monty, with folks that are breaking down film and going over the analytics. My eyes can tell me what I see, which is this defense has been soft as baby shit in these first 2 games. So they need to get their stuff together and be ready to play. And that's it. And do it ready from jump, not at halftime. There is no tomorrow. Okay. Rocky reference. There is no tomorrow. You fucking do it today.
Yep. I think. Well, I think on that note, that's a good time to wrap things up since Rich isn't going to come on. Anyway, Screw that. I kill you.
Richard, next week I'm going to have a special trivia question for you.
You just got to come on.
If you come on,
we're going to harass you until you come on.
Hold on, time out before you don't go anywhere yet.
Okay. Uh-oh. Smooth is walking into MetLife Stadium, and he pulls out.
I will add this to the mix. This is only for Richard. I got to get under the camera. If you come on, Richard, and answer the question right, I know this isn't a big name. This is Mario Manningham autographed football on top of the Kayvon jersey.
On top of the jersey.
Just for Richard. Highlight them out.
Well, the gauntlet has been laid down, folks. Rich.
It's all you.
Next week.
He said, "Oh shit."
All right, kids. It's that time of the show when we're going to wrap things up. Smooth, do we want to do score predictions?
Yeah, I'll do one because we both picked the Giants. We might as well.
We both picked the Giants. Might as well.
What you got?
All right, what's your score prediction? No, you go first. Oh, all right, fine. All right, so Giants win, and this is going to be, in the words of good old JR, a slobber knocker. But Giants win, and this is Graham Gano is going to push us over the edge. It's going to be 24-21 Giants.
I like it.
It's actually going to be a field goal in overtime.
I like it. I'm not even going to be that specific. In honor of my trivia tonight, in honor of games of yesteryear with the Giants and the Niners, Graham Gano, if you have Graham Gano in fantasy, you're going to win your game because he's going to give you 6 field goals and they're going to win 18-17.
Nice. All right. So that's about wraps it up for tonight. I'm still not 100% whether or not we're going to stream tomorrow during the game. I may jump on at halftime, and depending on how much I've had to drink by then, I might stay on for the whole second half. So, if you want to jump in tomorrow, I'll probably throw the link in the comments, and we can scream about football for an hour and a half. So, for tonight, that is Big Smooth. I am your main man, Sergeant Mayhem. We are the Big Blue Beards. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you know when we're going live.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see you guys on game day tomorrow.
Peace.